You're about to watch me heal my first Mythic Zero of the season. It is an Ara-Kara, so it is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. On screen is the build that I was running in the dungeon, and you'll notice there is something missing very important. I did not rock with improved detox. I think it was just an error, like a mistake. I definitely would advise it if you're going into this dungeon. It helps, especially on that final boss. But before we get into the key, I want to say a special thank you to the sponsor of this video, TSM. TSM is for everyone, whether you're like me and just need enough gold for consumables and repairs, or you're sitting near gold cap flipping millions of gold each month. TSM can help you manage your auctions with ease, making sure you're not underselling your items or overpaying for your purchases. It can also be used to push your professions to the next level by helping you see what's most profitable to craft. TSM now has new premium packages that help you elevate your gold making by tapping into TSM's vast database and helping you make informed decisions on what to buy and when to sell. Make sure and use my link down in the description below to get 15% off your first purchase of the premium TSM package. Thank you so much, TSM, for supporting the channel. Now let's get back to the video. All right, it looks like we're underway. So this is my first Mythic Zero of the entire season. As you know, we're going to be grinding these for quite a while, at least this week. The reason why my cam is off is because yesterday on stream, oh Lord, yesterday on stream, oh, can we make it? Can we make it? Our light died. My light died. The ring light that's been with us since the beginning. But that's okay. We'll just go camless for at least this video. But we're jumping into Ara-Kara, which is, one, it's going to be a tough one, but two, we're not in like a group stack. I'm not playing with like guildies or anything. Like, we're not going all out for the trinket, which is probably a bad idea. I probably wouldn't advise that. But then again, if you go with guildies, I'm sure they would even want the trinket as well. So, I mean, there's really no point in like stacking this dungeon. Everyone wants the dungeon, unless you can do like some kind of split, which at that point you're probably a race to world firster. But okay, so far so good. That was a little scary. I think we went into like a very like heroic dungeon pool to start the dungeon, but we survived, so that's good. Oh god. This damage is, you can tell the damage is definitely a lot more than it was in heroic. Let's get this 10 stack Shayloons just in time. Let's try to kick any cast that we can, expel harm. I'm watching health bars, getting ready for a life cocoon. We'll hit that guy with it. We need to be more on top of these enveloping mists with dance of the strength of the Black Ox. Oh man. Okay, so we did see 2 deaths there. That's kind of tragic. I wasn't really paying attention to the tank, but he did kind of pop, which is unfortunate. That's okay. We persevere. That is the nice thing about these M0s is the time constraint's not really there. That is 1000% my fault. Like with Mythic Plus dungeons, especially, I think it's like past like level 7 this season, you're gonna be losing like, what is it, 15 seconds per death? That is like crazy. But these Mythic Zeros, they're gonna be a slog. It's kind of like people are equating them to about M10s of normal seasons in difficulty. And what me and some guildies used to do is we would go back and at the start of a season, we would just do like Shadowlands, we would do like a plus 15 week 1 just to get the vault loot. And it was like, oh my god, there were so many deaths, but it was a lot of fun. We would get the vault slot and it would take like over an hour, but it was a good time. That was back when I was in like a more casual guild. Now I'm in a more serious guild, and here I am pugging for some reason, but that's okay. That is 100% okay. I mean, it is also this... Whoa! I got clobbered by that. I thought I was outside of it, but this is also good practice. As you can see, I definitely need practice on these dungeons. I'm still in the mindset of, like, not taking them too seriously. I don't know if anyone else did this, but for Heroic Week, I was kind of just chilling. Like, I had like a movie on the other monitor and I was like playing on this monitor. Like, I was not paying full attention, and that kind of did cause me to get a little sloppy. So maybe we should focus a bit more on the mechanics in doing them right. Even if it's not like life or death, these Mythic Zeros, it would just make us a better player in the long run, and it's probably the best play. Like there, I should have popped Chi-Ji a bit earlier, but I waited a bit so I was prepped with my teachings of the monastery, and that was probably a mistake. I also, some of you who haven't been watching the streams or just haven't seen my gameplay in a while, you're probably noticing I have fully swapped to Cell, the healer add-on that I'm sure you've heard a lot about. Come on, Shayloons. I really, really like it. I think it's definitely a very good add-on. We should have baited these swirls. We are definitely going to get punished for that. But I think this healer add-on has like everything you would want, and then more. A lot of you guys in my YouTube comments and Twitch chat were actually, you know, recommending me use it or swap to it for a long time. And I just held out because I was like, I don't want to learn a new add-on, but turns out this one was so easy to learn and took so much less time to set up than I thought. So I'm really liking it. Really liking it. I haven't made my profile public yet because I just don't think it's complete, if I'm being totally honest. But here we go. We're chugging along. This guy actually, I'm pretty sure this guy is in my guild. I could probably check. I probably shouldn't open up guild chat on a video. Who knows what they've been saying, but I think he is in my guild, but I don't think he's one of our raiders, or maybe he's a brand new raider. Which so far he seems like a good tank. No complaints here. I am kind of terrified of what this next pool is going to look like. Like I said, this is my first Mythic Zero. It just opened up. The servers just went live. I haven't even shown my item level. I am lagging probably a bit behind some of you guys, like some of you guys that really emphasized pushing last week. Because I don't know, I knew that I would hit the grind hard this week and didn't really care to make these M0s as easy as possible. I kind of wanted the full experience of them being a bit challenging, so I focused more on alts last week. Yeah, that being said, this next pool can get out of hand depending on how the tank pulls it. But these little pools aren't that big of an issue. A hard cast of Vivify just to clean up the healing. Keep this enveloping mist, refresh on the tank. That is one habit we should all get used to if you haven't already, is whenever you get these Strength of the Black Ox procs, which now that I'm not using my webcam, you can actually see it a little bit clearer. Like, just throwing them on the tank is not a bad idea. Or at least on someone that needs healing, and the tank is always like a good default. That's the way that I look at it, at least. So here he is taking a pounding. We did get another proc, but we need to do some AoE healing. Alright. So far so good. Celestial Conduit, I mean, it just keeps impressing me. It does a lot more healing than I thought that it would. Let's Life Cocoon the tank. He's under quite a bit of heat, but I want to get that off after that Shayloons. And there, I'm kind of punished for having the tank be my default, because we did have the tank sitting very pretty, and he already had an enveloping mist on him, so poor on my part. Ooh, my mana bar. Welcome to Mythics. My mana bar actually becomes a factor. I hadn't even looked at it this entire run. That's what's wailing on us, this guy way back here. But we definitely need to start paying a bit more attention to our mana bar. I literally had not even thought about it this whole run. So far, so good. I mean, we had those deaths early on. I think it's just been 2 deaths so far, and that was kind of like my wake-up call. I kind of let those people die. That was a big ol' oof on my part. Definitely could have played around both of those, so fully my fault. Oh god, we're stuck in the terrain. Okay, we're chilling. Yeah, this is the pool that I was a bit afraid of. We do want to have Chi-Ji rolling, so let's just get to where we're cleaving on 3 targets. Get that ancient teaching stacked up. Oh, I accidentally changed my target there. Oops. I was just punching nothing. Alright, let's get this Chi-Ji going. Unfortunately, a lot of my attacks missed there, but it got the healing done. Chi-Ji's just that good. That reliable. go and Life Cocoon, make it safe. We won't need Life Cocoon until we get to like at least the boss, I'm thinking. So just pretty free to use it. Okay, our tank's hanging back, killing this thing. So let's chill with the tank. Got the healer tank core. And the DPS off doing DPS things. But I'm really excited for this season. I think the dungeon pool is very, in my opinion, very hit or miss. I think some of the dungeons are like very cool, and not just cool, but like fun to do. And I think that's very important. Obviously, we're playing a video game. If you're not enjoying it, what are you doing? But I'm having a lot of fun with this dungeon pool. But there are some, like, for lack of a better term, some stinkers in the dungeon pool. Like the big one being like Dawnbreaker, I would say. Definitely don't look forward to pushing that key up each week, but it's just, I mean, it's just something we're all gonna have to do, right? But other than that, I mean, I'm very happy with like the returning ones. I do think it kind of, I mean, it doesn't really make full sense that there's still that like Grim Batol like RP section, and also I guess like the City of Threads. Oh, what? RP section. It all feels kind of awkward. Okay, let's cheat you to unroot ourselves. Accidentally got rooted, then accidentally Tigers lusted the wrong person. That's embarrassing. But it's just like there is a lot of RP, and I don't know. I'm kind of not a fan of RP in dungeons. I think they're meant to be like quick things, you know, that you just kind of blast through. Let's cocoon that debuff. Whoa, that got a little close. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a good time. I don't know like what all the dungeons are gonna look like which one's gonna be the big pug killer, but I think we're bound to have a very tough season where a lot of dungeons are gonna be flagged as pug killers. So I'm definitely excited. I like a challenge. But what about you guys? What are y'all least excited to push? Like, I know some weeks, for me, there were what were those dungeons called? With the one with Chromie, and there was like upper and inner or whatever, outer and inner. I just let that guy die. I was just yapping away. This poor druid, dude. I am just like not paying attention. Yeah, I never really liked those dungeons. And I'm just happy that they're no longer a thing. I think that was season 3 of Dragonflight, but this season is, I think there's some all-around bangers. Maybe not the best dungeons in the world, but it's a pretty solid lineup in my opinion. Pretty tough to heal, but fun to heal ones. All right, so I've heard some horror stories on Reddit of people saying that like Mythic Zeros are so tough. Like, how are people timing these? So I was very nervous. Like coming into this. However, it feels like the only mistakes that were made were my mistakes, like just letting people die. Like they died with some cooldowns up and stuff, but like still, there were definitely some things that me as a healer I could have done to save them and did not. So I don't know, this wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be, but maybe that's just because Mistweaver's good. I think Mistweaver is definitely being slept on right now. I don't really have like any top of the line, like, you know, you want to hunt this piece of gear, like any good trinkets or weapons or anything. However, before I hit record, I did a Bountiful Delve, level 8, and I did get a pretty cool trinket. Hold on, I'll show. Oh, that's not the trinket. I did get, what did I get? I got an offhand, actually, my bad. I got a 603 offhand and a wrist piece. So those are my two like really good pieces, and then I got a World Quest trinket that I think is pretty cool. It's like an on-use stat stick. Kind of bad outside of its on-use, but that's okay. But I'm not really fully geared. I'm really excited for tonight. Tonight is raid night. And I think we're doing all of normal first, and then we'll get some heroic. Oh, goodness. He got clobbered. And then, ooh, so did he. Whoa, okay. Who has aggro? Shaman, run. But we'll do all the normal bosses, and then we'll do a couple heroics, whatever we can get done, and then we'll finish up, clean up on Thursday the rest of the heroics. Oh, god. This thing does some big single target damage. There's the taunt. Heavy slam. Oof. It's just revival, I guess? I don't know. I feel like we wanted revival for the next boss, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back into raid. I love raiding with my guild. I have some like very good personalities in my guild. Very lucky with the guild that I have, so it's like it's always fun coming back to raiding after, you know, your whole guild takes a big hiatus, and because we all took off season 4. I don't know how many of you guys had season 4 off, but it was pretty nice. But now I'm so excited to raid with these guys again. I also had a lot of fun testing these bosses on the beta, so I'm very excited. I think I was more excited for Amirdrasil, but I also think I was more excited than most people for Amirdrasil. Like, I know a lot of people did not like the council boss in Amirdrasil, but that was like my favorite boss in testing, so I don't know. I think I just have a different opinion on some of these bosses. But yeah, I'm very excited. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nice. Not bad. Fun. Oh no, the snap. Ooh, I am kind of like tired of that talent. I don't know if anyone else is, but that talent has really annoyed me. The roll snapping. It's gotten me into some frontals against like world bosses and stuff. See, like right now would be a great revival. We just don't have it. I don't know what was going on with our tank there. He was just melting. Yeah, the roll snapping I feel like gets me into trouble more than it keeps me out of trouble. I don't know if anyone else kind of can share that experience, but it is definitely brutal. Yeah, let's try to reset. See, like there, it's like I'm trying to roll past the boss. I don't know, it feels pretty annoying in my opinion. This is what I love about pugging, is sometimes you just encounter people who are like willing to keep trying. And I think people get so caught up in like, we need to kill this boss or this dungeon the first try, or else I'm gonna flame and leave the group, and you know, if you mess up a mechanic, you're done, like I'm calling you out. But no, sometimes you get like really chill pug groups who just want to learn the fights and want to practice and are nice to each other, you know, and I like that about pugging. There's a good and a bad side to pugging, and I think this is definitely a good side to it. Oof, people. Okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the puddles were very far out, but like still, oof. What do we do here? Do we wipe? I'm kind of just like sitting by, waiting to see. So this paladin, in our last pull, we pulled this boss a couple times now. I don't know if I'm going to edit some pulls out just for monotony or sake or what, but we keep having people get sucked in and dying to the implosion. And this guy just said, I totally freedom myself to death, which I have done. I think I popped Chi-Ji one time to free myself from a root that was like under the boss. And then I rolled into another root thinking it would catch me. And then I think Chi-Ji prevented me from getting rooted and kind of get me, you know, turbo nuked. So it happens. That is some things that you have to be very careful about, is using like immunities to that. Like freedom is a great example. But we're just going to play it extremely safe. Just apply some hots, get some soothing mist. Actually, let's put in Shayloons before this damage. Oh, we have no stacks of Shayloons. What am I doing? Forgot we were waiting on someone to run back for so long that our Shayloons just disappeared. Alright, so we are aware of this puddle. Let's just cast some hots around. Oh boy. Again. What are we doing? Maybe we can do it. We've done this boss so many times that by now, surely people are... Surely we can 3-man it. Yeah, as long as I can heal through the damage. We're just literally just soothing mist cleaving for ease. Let's boop some of these guys away, because we don't want them under the boss, but we do want them nearby. So let's see if our J-Fire Stomp can help kill this one before it gets to the boss. Let's Shayloons. Okay, we're be careful here. Gotta make sure we're way out here. Uh-oh. Chi-Chi, help. Alright, I'm trying to press Chi-Chi to free myself, but it is not working because I'm stunned. This is the worst Chi-Chi ramp you've ever seen, but hey, whatever it takes to get the boss killed. We got this. It's so much easier to heal a party full of 3 people than it is 5 people, because your ancient teachings just cleave so nice. It's so much easier to keep renewing Miss active too. Let's just top up the shaman. Not get hit by that. I'm playing extra cautiously. Definitely want to be over here. Okay, we are good. I think we got this. It's not the prettiest kill ever. Definitely not the prettiest kill ever. But it's not the worst. The boss is gonna die, hopefully. Maybe I shouldn't speak so early. Let's just apply Enveloping Mist during this downtime while we're pulled away from the boss. Just playing it super slow, keeping our shaman alive so that he can kill the boss. Oh no. Mistakes were made. It's been Tiger's Lust. We can Chi-Chi. I'm just very cautious about Chi-Chiing on this fight, because it can really punish you if you're, yeah, like now we might get punished here. I might have to like right-click Chi-Chi. Oh. Oh, there we go. We got punished. I said it, I called it. Oh, Chi-Chi. What are you doing to us? Okay, hey, luckily we got it low enough to where the squad can clean up. Shout out to these guys for trying. We've tried that boss like a lot of times, a ton of times. But the shaman and the warrior tank were able to clean things up. It was very close. It got to the point where like the shaman's health was about here, but we did it. So yeah, I'm just planning on doing a couple of these things, a couple of these Mythic Zeros each day, and trying to get, you know, some better gear. And we're just gonna start blasting the Mistweaver. I think I'm gonna let the alts take a backseat until I get the Mistweaver to a good point, like a push point. Dang. No piece of gear. Let's see who got one. The shaman, he well deserved. The shaman got one, and hey, the warrior. So the 2 people that actually killed the boss got a piece of gear. Well deserved. But thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, once again, TSM, keeping this channel going, showing support when we needed it most. So huge shout out to TSM. Once again, make sure and use my link down in the description for a 15% discount. But guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you liked it, make sure and hit like, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos like this one. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. You might see me, or, you know, no face cam again. Hopefully face cam, but I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.